you look at that.
Sketchy dollar store.
An idea to an execution. Hello, I'm Nish, and today we have a special guest.
Elijah Flores.
My first roommate, I would say, or actually second roommate. Okay, 2 years back, I shot my first short film. Basically, I acted in it and he directed the whole short film. This was actually the first time I acted in a short film. Have you shot any short film before?
I've shot some like smaller videos and like smaller films, but nothing like this, nothing with a crew and a cast.
So how was your first experience? You wrote the short film too?
Yeah, I wrote it as well. I would say that it was different because we did have a crew, but it was just the three of us. Yeah, it was interesting. It was difficult because it's my first time doing something this big.
Let's not waste time. Let's get into the movie. Basically break down movie part by part so that people understand what is happening in the movie.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I say let's do it.
All right. So how did you know that, okay, this is how I want to start this? So did you like storyboard the whole scene or?
Well, I've done a lot of like studying in film and that kind of stuff. And I know that sequencing is really important. I did storyboard a little bit, but I didn't do every single shot, just like the main shots, the main scenes.
The person over there in the video is me without a mustache. They might think it's a different person, you know?
Yeah. So Nish is the actor, I'm the director and writer. All right, I want to stop here.
Yeah.
What are you coding?
It was actually funny. You wanted something which looks good. Yeah. So we literally went to GitHub, downloaded a code base and just rewriting the same line. If you look at that, right? Yeah. It's literally the same line as Ebo. That's a good shot. I've seen it in a lot of movies too.
Which
like,
one?
you know, slow pan in on the character. Yeah. Were you inspired from a different movie or?
I probably was at the time. I probably was inspired by a bunch of different movies. But I wanted to show like this is important. Like this is kind of the change in pacing.
Right. A lot of people, when I showed them this movie, they asked me one question: why is there a dog barking in the back?
Well, actually, all of this is ADR. So the whole entire scene is ADR.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make it seem like really bring people into the story, show them like, hey, he's living in a neighborhood. When he gets the box, he's going outside.
Nice.
So This is a good part to stop on. If you look at it, it looks like it's been taped by a maniac. And it's because we probably retaped this like...
How many times?
I don't know, probably like
10 times?
10 times, literally 10, To keep it that depth of field and then keep that timing perfect. For this, I was inspired by Edgar Wright and I knew his cutting style and how he edits and stuff.
Does the date symbolize something?
If you really want to go into it, it's like almost biblical, you know. Eve was deceived by fruit. And I thought it'd be cool if the protagonist was also deceived by fruit.
I'm doing good. We're just finishing up a big project at work, but everything is good. Mom, what's that supposed to mean?
Is there a reason why we only kept his conversation, not the mom's conversation?
Well, we do have a mom's side. It was Greg talking in a girl voice.
That's right.
But we decided not to keep it because he's too manly. His voice wasn't as effeminate as we wanted. And also, like, it leaves a little bit of mystery. I've showed this film to a couple of people. They say this is the slowest part. I kind of feel similar. I feel like maybe if we had more time, I could make it more creative.
How would you change the shot if you had more time?
Like have him walking through the house doing stuff. I feel like if I had it like on some sort of like steady rhino cam or something, and then just had him like walking through the house and maybe just following him through his chores and stuff, I think that would have really sold the fact that he's like too busy to talk to anybody.
So, what is this thing about blood in movies?
So blood in horror movies, you'll see it all the time. Cue the audience like, hey, something is off here or something bad is about to happen. And also it's just a tradition that directors do. A lot of people, because the scene is so dark, they can't see the blood.
That's right.
So they didn't know what it was.
Yes.
They didn't know what the camera was cueing.
Yes.
And I feel like that was my bad.
And this is what freaked people out, right? This is the scene.
Yeah.
So till now, everyone were thinking that it's going to be a fun film, and when they saw this, that's where they realized, okay, it's going to be serious.
Yeah, I don't know if Greg.
This was the switch, you know.
Yeah, Greg was the one that like got the party for the viewing party.
Yeah,
he's the one that invited everybody. I don't know if he told them there was going to be a horror movie. That curtain wasn't even there either. That's AI.
Oh.
Yeah, I just asked the early version of Photoshop to just kind of add a curtain there because I wanted a curtain so bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to change that window. I wanted it to be moonlight instead, but it was so hard to get that.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no plug outside, and to get in the back of that apartment was impossible almost.
That's right.
This is where AI kind of helped make the film a little bit better.
Better,
yeah.
For sure. Every single person I showed the short film, they were mesmerized looking at this. Really, they're like,
that's awesome.
Did you guys literally have a production team or editing team to do this?
Dude,
I'm like, it's literally one person.
It took a while to do,
yeah,
but I knew what I was doing.
Okay,
I've done it enough times to know what I was doing.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't go really into the particulars of every single bit of it, but it's a lot of After Effects, a lot of layering, a lot of blurring. If you add blur to stuff, it helps a lot. And also, like, I added like this like cool so there's like a snow
spark, right?
Yeah, like it's like a snow. I think it was a snow, and then I kind of had it so that I angled it so that it's going into the portal, so that it looks like there's debris going into the portal.
That is smart.
And then I added like some glowing. I added a lot of glow to it, and then I added a reflection on the ground to kind of sell everything. But yeah, there's a lot of After Effects.
Rick here,
yeah,
right?
Actually, that was really good. That was really fun thing to shoot.
Yes.
You don't see it, and I think Nish and Greg were mad that you don't see it as much. But it was Nish had to do some stunt work.
Like a somersault.
I think
almost like a somersault.
Yeah,
right?
literally though. And you had to jump on. So we moved. I think we moved your bed a little bit, maybe, so that you could jump onto it.
Yeah.
I think I made you do that at least 20 or 30 times. I wanted to be like interdimensional. I wanted to get him to go to a bunch of different places.
Okay.
And show him that basically he's powerless to what this like being's powers kind of thing. Like the dark being, he's like kind of like this ultimate figure. I don't know if he's an alien. I don't know if he's a monster. Yeah. But he can create dimensions. And I wanted him to take him through many different locations.
Oh, you want to talk about this?
So every frame was literally painted by, well, it was digitally painted, but that don't make that, it's not easy to do.
Yes.
So me and my wife, Ellen, we both worked hard to paint every frame. This is actually a painting of Nish just flipped. I actually wanted it to be a lot creepier. I wanted the being to match the same movements as Nish because I think that's so creepy.
So basically, this scene is probably, 7 seconds? And 7 seconds into 24 frames.
It's a lot of frames, and we painted every single one. Ellen, my wife, did most of the painting though, and she stayed up like a while to do it. She was.
So just to reiterate it, right? This person, who is this person in the black now? Is he a shadow of the actor or?
So yeah, a lot of people were confused about this.
Right.
But I think the creature was trying to show him basically that he should like learn to love himself, and that's why he copied his motion and tried to sync with him, so that he could in some way become the energy that he is. And I think they noticed, and I wanted there to be like maybe like a dialogue or something between them. Yeah, it just didn't work out that way.
If you had to go back and change something, what would you do? What is that one or two things which you would change?
I'd probably plan it better, to be honest.
Okay, like a pre-production, you mean?
Like have like real pre-production.
Yeah.
you know, I'd probably try to find a budget for it too. And the only reason I would say I want money is because like we needed more people. I think we wanted to go to more places, and if you want like people's time, you have to pay them.
Which part of the movie you found really interesting? I'm like, oh, I did not know this is gonna turn out like this, you know?
I liked the hallway scene. That was really fun to do.
The hallway, the running and jumping off.
And I like the one where Greg disappears behind you.
Oh yeah.
That was really fun to shoot. And I like the animation at the end too. I thought that was pretty cool too. I like the fact that I got to work with somebody that wanted to act.
Yeah.
I like having that experience. I liked the behind the scenes. I like making the film and that kind of stuff.
Right.
For what we had to our hands, I think we did a really good job.
Yep.
But I think the next time we shoot something, it would be even better.
An idea to an execution is more important than just an idea.
Yeah.
But the fact that we completed it and it's out there, that's the best part. And we got to celebrate for that too.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Good job. And thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man.
Thanks, Salem, for listening to our conversation and being a part of this.
Being a part of it.
All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. How long is it?
Probably too long.